DeSanto Propane is 4 generations strong as a trustworthy, family-owned business with unmatched customer service. Go online at DeSantoPropane.com for more info or call toll-free at 1-800-752-4574 today. Since 1937, the difference has been DeSanto Propane.
Hey everybody, I'm Jim Cinecropi. Welcome to another edition of FLX Weekly here on FingerLakes1.com. We're coming at you live from the FingerLakes1.com studios here in downtown Seneca Falls, New York. It's Wednesday, October 15th, 2025, and if you woke up this morning, it finally feels like October, and it's going to warm up a little bit again this weekend, it looks like, so I do think we'll still have some more, seasonally moderate temperatures coming up, which is great for getting out on the wine trails and for some of the events coming up related to Halloween at the end of the month. So we're going to be talking to Brooke Hosmer, General Manager at Hosmer Winery, about a haunted wine walk they have coming up at the end of the month. We're going to get an update on the harvest and everything going on at Hosmer, but a great event. Stick around to learn more about that. But first, this episode of FLX Weekly is brought to you by Seneca Falls Acupuncture. Seneca Falls Acupuncture offers personalized treatments for pain relief, women's health, digestive symptoms, cosmetic acupuncture, and more, helping you look and feel your best naturally. Book your appointment online at SenecaFallsAcupuncture.com to experience award-winning care right here in the Finger Lakes. And also, Weston Company Diamonds and Jewelry is a full-service, family-owned jewelry store serving Auburn and the surrounding communities. Check them out online at westandcompany.com or stop in and browse their selections at 10 Genesee Street in downtown Auburn. West & Company, crafting fine jewelry since 1982. Hi, Brooke. Welcome back.
Hi, Jim. Thank you.
Busy time of the year at the wineries because not only is a lot of people love to go out in the fall for obvious reasons, but it's also harvest season. Just give us a little update first with the harvest. How's it going?
Yeah, it's going really well. As my husband likes to say, it is the fourth quarter right now, for all you Bills fans too. So we're kind of coming to the last little final stretch here. About 80% done. We'll probably be bringing in a majority by the end of the week. But the fruit is looking fantastic. All that dry, hot weather that we had this summer definitely helped us out.
And good, we didn't get much rain the past 2 months, and it's been warm. That helps things ripen too without getting moldy. And was it like an ideal
kind of
season? Take away the wet spring.
Sure.
From that point on, pretty good?
Pretty good, yep. The grapes were starting to stress out a little bit towards the end there. Could have used just a touch of rain, but honestly, I'm not complaining. The fruit is looking beautiful, and we didn't have too much disease pressure, which was good.
Still some on the vines, or is it all?
Pretty much, yeah. We have about just like four or five more varietals to take in, and we'll be done.
And are those remaining, out in the wild now because they're still ripening, or you just can't get to them all at once, or some you want to go longer for certain applications?
It's kind of all of the above. Yeah. Okay. So, some we just wanted to hang on a little bit more, see if they could ripen a little bit more. But just looking at the weather, it's looking like it's kind of now or never situation for some of them. And then the Riesling can kind of hang out there. We may even make a late harvest depending on how the weather kind of pans out these next couple of weeks, but we'll see.
What time of year does it go from normal harvest to late harvest? Like, would it be now or November?
It would mostly be November.
Wow.
Yeah. If we do want to be November.
And so generally that might get a little sweeter, or okay.
Yep, much sweeter.
Yeah, that's pretty. That's one of the. Obviously having a business around. It's reliant so much on the weather or, disease or anything that can happen out, in the vineyards, Mother Nature. It's also got to be fun to, try to work with that. And when it comes together and you get something special. So it's interesting to hear you're thinking, oh, maybe we'll do a little late harvest Riesling because of, kind of how things are.
Yeah, it is kind of fun. You have to always stay on your toes, and
Right.
no vintage is ever like any other. So
But 2025 looks like it's going to be a good
it is
one
looking like a great vintage.
for everyone across the region. Should be a
Everyone.
banner year for Finger Lakes wines.
Absolutely.
You know, and also yeah, other wine regions across the globe, not only here domestically in America, but it seems like there's a lot of stressors.
Mm-hmm.
But we're just cruising along,
We are.
kind of in a sweet spot here in the Finger Lakes,
We are.
which is a good thing. How about like visitation to the tasting rooms this year, this time of year in October? How's it been?
It's definitely been increased traffic from last year, I'd say. And this past weekend with Columbus Day weekend, we were kept pretty busy, which was great. And yeah, I'm just hoping that it kind of stays this way. It is starting to drop off a touch just because we're kind of over the hump of our busiest time of year. But hopefully through November, we'll see some more people through the door.
And do you like interact with those folks? Are you in the tasting room?
I do occasionally help out, especially on those busy Saturdays.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what are you seeing? Some local familiar faces, people from around the world. Like where are some of the, hometowns? I guess of some of the people you've met.
Yeah, I got to chat with a lovely couple from Tennessee the other day. A lot of like pretty local folks, from all around the state of New York. And gosh, there was one the other day. They came all the way from Australia.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's to me that's is someone who's just living and out and about. You see people you don't recognize, and who knows? They might be from Australia, or they might be from Tennessee, or they might be from Fayette.
Right.
It
Right.
is tough to tell unless you actually talk with them. But those folks from Australia came to visit the Finger Lakes region because they love wine, or they just
I didn't get why they were there exactly, but I know that they did leave with a bottle of our Sauvignon Blanc, which I
Oh,
thought
cool.
was spectacular because Australia is known for their Sauv
Yeah.
Blanc. So
Yep.
to have them walk away with a bottle of Finger Lakes Sauv Blanc made me feel pretty good.
Yeah, that's cool. And then hopefully take it back to Australia and
Spread the good word.
yeah, spread the good word of the Finger Lakes on the other side of the globe. All right, now in Australia, if anybody's watching from Australia, it's probably 9 p.m., maybe even later there now. Anyway, so we're pushing through October. That means Halloween's coming up, and then after that, Thanksgiving, and after that, Christmas, and but the Halloween season has really become one unto itself. When I was younger, it was like, okay, Halloween's fun. We're going to go trick or treating. Now it's almost like a season, just like Christmas, where there's a lead up, there's a lot of decorating, and so much going on. So you guys have a unique event at Hosmer on the 25th and 26th, 26th, 27th, 25th and 26th. It's a Saturday and Sunday, correct?
Yep.
Coming up, the Haunted Wine Walk, and you get a lot for taking part, but it's unique in the fact. One thing I thought was unique was you have the 3 different spooky stations. So just tell us a little bit about the Haunted Wine Walk and what that's going to look like.
Yeah. So we go kind of all out. For any of you that may know our tasting room manager, Genevieve, Halloween is her absolute favorite holiday. So this kind of was her project that she put together. And we just go all out, all through the tasting room. We decorate cobwebs, scary, animatronics everywhere and all that good stuff. But the ticket itself includes, it's $35 and it includes 2 tastings at each of the 3 stations. It includes food pairings at each of those stations. You get a souvenir wine glass as well. And it's just a really, really good time. And we also encourage that you dress up and take part of the fun because all of us will be dressed up as well.
All right. You don't have to, but it's encouraged, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So the whole experience lasts about 40 minutes, half an hour, 40 minutes. And you go to the 3 stations, a different wine and food pairing in each one. Of course, each station is going to be customized with decorations and vibes and themes. outdoor stations, indoor stations?
Everything is inside. So the only walking that you have to do is upstairs and downstairs into different bars.
And if it's
So
raining, it would still be great.
exactly,
Yeah.
rain or shine. But definitely, like the thing that sets this event far apart from the rest is the food that we have. So the first station is going to be our harvest pasta salad, which at first I didn't think sounded very good, but we actually had this a couple years back, and it was so good. I was eating it for lunch every day after. So yeah, apple cider vinegar base with broccoli, dried cranberries.
Oh, wow. So not your average pastas. That's what makes it the harvest pasta salad.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that'll be paired with a wine and then on to the next station,
Yep.
which would be,
That's corn chowders the next station.
oh, wow, great.
Yeah. And I'm not really a chowder gal, but this corn chowder is delicious.
Yeah, I love a good corn chowder myself. And then the third station,
We have a little pumpkin pie spice cheesecake.
oh, cool. So a little, a little appetizer, a little main course, and a little,
A little
dessert.
yeah. And everything is gluten-free and vegetarian, or we have a gluten-free option available for each of the stations, and then everything is vegetarian as well.
So that's just, and okay, I mentioned the wines. You're going to have the state red Sauvignon Blanc with the pasta salad, Chardonnay and semi-dry Riesling with the corn chowder, and then apple cider mimosas with Naomi.
Yeah.
Those are custom fall drink there.
Yeah, that one's one of our best sellers. We make them every fall. We usually sell at least 500 of them a season, and they come out, I think, September 1st, all through November. And yeah, it's just a nice little caramel rim with sugar and cinnamon. And then we have our Naomi, which is a forced carbonated sparkling Riesling, topped off with apple cider, and it's like fall in a glass.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So $35, you get the three stations, a souvenir wine glass, Paul. There they are.
Yeah.
And then there's more going on.
There is.
There's live music, tarot card reading, some interactive attractions, some surprises.
Yep.
And so let's say that you're not able to do the full amount, but you just want to stop by. You can stop by and enjoy the live music without a ticket for the event, but you wouldn't be able to take part in the stations or get the souvenir wine glass. But who's on tap for the music?
We have Caleb Lieber. He's a really great local artist. He takes requests, which is amazing. So you can just pop in your request at any time and hear him sing. And then we'll also have the Garlic Band coming by as well. Both of them do play for the full day from 11 to 4. So we'll have live music the entire time that the event is rocking and rolling.
On Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah. So even if you come a little bit earlier for your wine walk experience, you can hang out and enjoy the music until it's your time to enjoy the event itself.
Tarot card reading too. Who's doing that?
It's actually me.
Oh, so you've become trained in tarot card reading.
Yeah, kind of the resident gypsy.
So how does that work if we're going to do tarot card reading,
So I have it set up just for the sake of time and for the amount of people that I see. I kind of have all the tarot cards like spread out, and then you just pick whichever one calls to you, and then I tell you what you need to hear based on what that card is telling me you need to hear. So it's very, very interesting. Some people don't want to do it, which I get.
Yeah. Well, yeah, some people don't need to want to tempt fate, I guess, maybe.
Yeah. It's a little spooky, but
But it's Halloween. It's supposed to be.
exactly.
Right. That's the idea. So if people want tickets, where do they get them?
They can get them on our website. The best way to find them, I think, is through our Facebook events, because it's very easy just to click on the Get Tickets link. But you can also go to hosmerwinery.com and go to events, and then it will be listed there as well. There they are. And we also have designated driver tickets available. They're not available online, but they will be available day of at the door.
Oh, so you can just show up with your group and say, "Hey, I'm the designated driver, and I want to do the stations and the tastings."
Yep. So you can get the food, and then you can get a mock mosa at the end.
Okay. Mock mosa.
Yeah.
So, And it's Saturday, Sunday. I get the numbers. It's 25th and 26th.
25th and
25th and 26th. 25th is a Saturday.
Yeah.
And the 26th is a Sunday. And then later that week is Halloween.
Yeah.
What do you do on Halloween?
We just kind of hang out and take whatever comes our way.
Well, you're still. What day of the week would that be this year?
It's a Friday.
Friday night Halloween. Wow.
Yeah. But then that weekend we have a whole nother event. But I was like, before we move on.
One event at a time, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Anybody show up trick or treating at the winery?
Sometimes. Yeah. I've had people I've had buses, show up on Halloween and proper costume and going around trying to get, treats. Or sometimes they're handing out candy themselves, which is
That's fun.
reverse trick or treat.
Sure. Yeah, I live at the end of a dead end street, or towards the end of a dead end street, and I don't know, 10 or 15 years ago, there used to be a few kids on the street, families. They've grown up, including my own daughters, off to college, but we never know what we're gonna get, So what happens is we buy the candy, the fun size Snickers, and all the fun size candy bars, so that it's not so fun once you eat 15 of them.
No.
But nobody comes, and now all of a sudden
stuck with all the
every time I go in and out the door, I grab one or two or three or four, and it's tough.
It is tough. It is. But yeah, we won't have any candy available on the event day. But we do have flash tattoos from
Oh, no kidding.
Studio 119, which I think is a treat. I've actually gotten tatted up by them.
Flash tattoo. What's the
Flash.
difference between that and a traditional tattoo?
So it is a traditional tattoo, but instead of, having like the artist design for you, you pick one of the already like pre-made designs. So it's going to be, they have like a bunch of spooky, related
But is it permanent?
designs. It is permanent.
Oh, so it's a flash tattoo, but it goes on quick, but
But it lasts
stays forever.
Yep. But they do a great job. They'll also have permanent jewelry.
Right on site during the wine walk event.
Yes.
Okay, no kidding. I didn't know about that. So, hey.
A little something for everyone. It's a lot of fun. Last year, every single one of the staff members actually ended up getting a flash tattoo from them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was a little keepsake. It's fun.
Yeah, so definitely a lot going on the 25th and 26th of October for the Haunted Wine Walk weekend. Again, tickets are $35. Go to their Facebook page, Hosmer Winery Facebook. Check out the events tab. Go to hosmerwinery.com. Go to events. Get your tickets. And if you want to drive your group and you're not drinking, you don't need a ticket. Show up and you can get a ticket then. I assume it's a lesser price
Yes.
for the designated driver. And then you can just, enjoy the day with your friends while they drink and get tattoos. And
The best combination.
Yep, and you'll get them safely home. So, and again, harvest pasta salad, corn chowder, pumpkin spice cheesecake are the three food offerings at the three stations. Gluten-free pasta available, gluten-free option available for the cheesecake, and then end it all with the apple cider mimosas with Naomi sparkling Chardonnay or Riesling. What is it?
Riesling.
Naomi's a sparkling Riesling. So good times. With Halloween now, today's the 15th, so we're 16 days away from Halloween, probably another 38 from Thanksgiving, and probably another 76 from Christmas, 75? I'm just doing the math in my head.
I'm not double checking you, but it sounds right.
It just gets here so fast, You're so happy spring's here, and then, you go through the whole summer, and then you're like, oh, fall's here. And then once, Halloween hits, the countdown is on, Christmas and New Year's. And it's one of my favorite times around here. I'm not a big fan of January 2nd through March 31st, but the
We
rest...
can forget about that.
Yeah, maybe get out of town for a little bit. But the rest, I love the entire changes of the seasons here in the Finger Lakes. And we're not even at peak yet here.
No.
I saw that we ran a story on Finger Lakes One that said we are nearing peak, but I still feel like we have, a few weeks ago, a lot of leaves are still on the trees.
Yep.
Some have changed, but a lot of green leaves still on some trees out here, which is kind of odd this late in the season. But I'm all for it. You know, the longer it takes, the better. Because it's great to get out there. We were in last weekend. We went to Lake George.
Ooh, how was that?
Well, I thought, well, they'll be at peak out there probably, but not really much further along than we were. But it was still beautiful. It was, yeah, it's beautiful up there. I hadn't been in several years, and it was fun. Bolton Landing. You ever hear of
I've
Bolton
heard of that.
Landing? Yeah,
Never
really, really nice little hometown and our small town restaurants and no wineries, a few breweries, restaurants, kind of like a bourbon bar through the main strip downtown. They have a place called the Sagamore Resort. It's kind of like the center of activity. So, yeah, we had a great time. We were there for a day, came home 2 days, day and a half. But yeah, they hadn't even reached peak foliage there. So they're probably at peak this week. We'll be at peak maybe during the wine walk.
Maybe,
In
hopefully.
a couple weeks. So what time does it run?
So it starts at 11 a.m. Tickets are sold at half-hour intervals, and it goes until 4. So it's basically all day that we're open.
On Saturday and Sunday. That's awesome.
And we should also have maybe some availability for walk-ins if people don't want to commit ahead of time, though I strongly
Just to be safe, get your
recommend,
ticket.
yeah, the tickets ahead of time just because it has sold out in the past. So I hate telling people no at the door, but they might be available at the door as well.
Well, Brooke, thanks for the update on the harvest. It's always something I'm interested in this time of year because it's a huge international industry we have here in the Finger Lakes, and as we're going about our business here, they're out. The winemakers and the farmers are out in the wineries, doing their thing, and it's a huge, And now once the harvest is done, now you got to make the wine.
Right.
So it's a lot for sure, but we do it great up here in the Finger Lakes. So I'm glad to hear that that's going well. The harvest looks good. I'll keep an eye out for that late harvest Riesling, maybe 2025 vintage, and the Haunted Wine Walk, October 25th and 26th, Hosmer Winery. Go to their Facebook page, go to hosmerwinery.com, click on events to get your tickets, and it should be great. So thanks for stopping in,
Thank you for having me.
and hopefully we'll see you again soon.
Yeah.
So thanks everybody for joining us today. If you enjoyed the show, click like, share, and subscribe. We will be back next week. Until then, enjoy this great mid-October weekend coming up here in the Finger Lakes.